that exists at IKON, the realness, the genuine care that our community has. By the way, these are people who they're not our employees. I haven't paid them to say anything. They're going to just talk open and real and say what's true for them about IKON. And we're going to just have an awesome conversation about how IKON makes such an impact for entrepreneurs and hopefully for you at IKON in 2021. So let's jump right into it. Why don't we start off? I'm going to just do a quick intro as you see the screen here so you know by name who we're talking about and the appreciation I have for each of these people. And then I'm going to ask them to just take a second, talk about their business for a minute, what they'll be speaking on. And then from there, we're going to just go into a fun conversation, unscripted, just talk about what we all get excited about, which is empowering entrepreneurs with sales and marketing automation. So let's do this. Let's start off. First, we have Jamie Gilliland. Jamie, raise your hand there. Jamie's been in our community since what, about 2014? Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. And so you'll get a chance to get to know Jamie. Really great expert, knows her stuff. Next, we have Tina Brinkley Potts. Tina, let's see. I know you were a customer, going back 8 or 9 years, 10 maybe?
Yeah, more than 10, yes.
Awesome, love it. And now Tina teaches people how to put sales and marketing automation in place in their business and has her specialty. You'll hear about that. Adrian, great to have you with us from the other side of the pond. Awesome to have you joining us and talking a little bit about what you do with email deliverability. How long have you been in the community, Adrian?
So it's close to 10 years now. It feels like no time at all, but 10 years has gone just like that.
That is amazing. All right, coming down to Vix. Vix, let's see, you're one of the newer members of the Keap family. When did you join with us?
2020.
Awesome, I love it. So when I talk about Infusionsoft, you're like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, I was using Infusionsoft for many years
All
before,
right.
so I know.
I love it. So Vix became a partner last year. Awesome to have you, Vix. And then Paul, you've been in the Keap family for a long time.
Yeah, I've been using it since 2008, and I was part of the original CMAC program. Remember the Certified Marketing Automation Consultants? Yeah, so real OG.
I love it. Totally. All right, and Jason, when did you join the community?
I became a partner in 2015, but I've been working with Infusionsoft Keap clients for 10 plus years now.
Awesome. Okay, and Lisa, the only one representing with the brand. I love it. Thanks so much, Lisa.
It's not the ignition partner on. Look, it's the camera level. The guys that will represent.
That's right.
it.
Tina wearing the brand. Jason's got the brand, and then of course Paul with the ignition partners. Love it. All right. So tell us, Lisa, when did you join the Keap family?
Yeah, it's not quite as long as Adrian. Next year will be 10 years since I joined the family, and it really is a family for me.
I love it. I remember distinctly being at a Dan Bradbury event in the UK. It was my first time going over to the UK, and you came up and there's all this energy and excitement about what we're doing, and I was like, what is in this package here? She's so full of life and energy, and you've been that for the entire time, and recently won one of our awards as a top partner. So thanks, Lisa, for all you do. And then last but not least, Evan, when did you join the Keap family, Evan?
Geez, it's been over a decade now.
Amazing.
You know, I have one of the Infusion software black with the red C shirts on it still. So
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so
three buildings, 2 brands.
3 buildings, 2 brands. I love it. So, and I can't believe I've been, I'll be going on 20 years next year, which is amazing, of empowering entrepreneurs with sales and marketing automation. So I guess what I want to say to the audience is you've got probably a century or so of experience in empowering entrepreneurs with sales and marketing automation. And we very intentionally wanted to bring people to you that have a lot of experience. This is deep expertise. And I think what you're going to find is the generosity of this community, this Keap family, is unlike anything else. You've got people who just genuinely want to help entrepreneurs be successful, who have great empathy for the trade-offs that entrepreneurs make with time and dollars every day that can become very frustrating. And we all know that sales and marketing automation is the great game changer to that time-money equation that we all deal with. And so at IKON, we'll bring that, we'll share that. You're going to learn about all kinds of things in terms of growing your business. Most of it is around sales and marketing automation, but there's other things. There's going to be events or sessions that will inspire you. We'll have sessions that are about leading your team. We'll have sessions about getting life and work balance right. There's all sorts of stuff that we do to empower entrepreneurs. But let's jump right into the specific expertise that our panel here brings today. And by the way, this is just like a tasting test. It's like a little sample of what you're going to get at IKON. IKON will have dozens of speakers. We'll have hundreds of people attending. It will be an amazing event for you. By the way, this year it's both in person as well as online, virtually, and we'll talk more about that. But I think we're all excited about that hybrid model, and will enable us to accommodate and bring this Keap family together in an amazing way. So let's start with this. Let's go back in the same order. I'll start with you, Jamie. Will you just take 60 to 90 seconds, tell us what a little bit about your business and what you'll be talking about during your breakout at IKON.
Sure, absolutely. And by the way, I can't wait for my company is called mysite.com, MISYTE.com. And my brand is Keep It Simple Strategies. And I'm all about keeping stuff simple. I had a client say to me yesterday, every time you show up, you save me money and you save me time. I'm like, that's what it's all about. So I am going to be working, my title for my topic is virtual events and webinars and how to make the most of them.
Awesome.
So I am going to help talk about how to get more people registered, how to automate the reminders so that you have better show rates, how to have fun, how to enjoy the virtual space and make it feel more real. A year of being virtual, let's make it fun in the process. And then how to automate the follow-up. And little teaser alert, I may have a campaign to share with everyone who comes to my event.
Awesome. All right. I love it, Jamie. That's great. I will share with all of you, as the audience, one of the things as we were growing our business in the earlier days that I realized was so powerful was those one-to-many events where you can get your message out and where you have not just one person that buys and comes into your business, but you have multiple people. And that one-to-many skill is such a great skill to cultivate, but I know a lot of people, they're nervous about it, they worry about it. And so to have someone like Jamie teach that and help you unlock the growth that's possible in your business through events is really cool. So thanks for bringing your expertise, Jamie. We look forward to your session. All right, let's go to you, Tina. Let's take 60, 90 seconds. Tell us about your business and what you'll be speaking about at IKON.
Sure. Again, my name is Tina Brinkley Potts, and my company is Client Attraction Systems. I focus on thought leaders. So if you have any kind of a thought leader component on your business, then I like to help you. So to spread your message further, faster. I'm going to talk about bringing more joy back into your business. And what I know for sure after working with small business owners all around the world, a lot of times when we start with technology, we make it impersonal. So I'm going to help you make it personal again so that you can have more joy with it and find more freedom. I'm going to talk a lot about custom fields and the campaign builder. So if you don't feel like you've mastered that yet, you definitely want to come to my session, because in my session, I'm going to help put you back into your messages and into the way that you build your campaigns instead of them being stiff.
I love it. So fantastic, Tina. And you do it so well. I'm excited for you to share that with our people. A lot of times, people just kind of get in the rut. And even with automation, it can just kind of become a bit rote, sort of a routine thing. So I love that you're bringing the personal touch to it, bringing the joy to it, and showing people how to do that with the software. All right.
Absolutely.
Adrian, tell us about your business and what you'll be speaking about at IKON.
Thanks, Clayt. So, hey everyone, my name's Adrian Savage and I'm the founder of Deliverability Dashboard. And what we do is we help people understand how to best send their emails in the ways that's going to maximize the chances of landing in the inbox and keeping away from that horrible spam folder. And there is so much going on at the moment. Most people will have heard about Apple talking about how they're going to change the world, how they're going to stop us seeing who's opened the emails we're sending out. So I'm going to be co-presenting a session with Evan. I won't steal too much of his thunder. I'll leave him a few things to talk about as well when he gets to his turn in a minute. What Evan and I will be talking about is just how to avoid the spam folder, how to maximize your open rates, how to be heard by more of your audience. Because the thing is, people still don't realize that it's not down to Keap to get your emails into the inbox. It is down to what you as a marketer, you as a communicator do. And let's face it, almost everyone using Keap is sending email, and you want to be heard. So don't miss the session that Evan and I are talking about. We're going to cover some amazing nuggets that you need to know, and we're going to help you stay ahead of Apple.
I love it. Thanks so much, Adrian. You all have been experts in the Keap family for a long time. I know virtually every customer out there wants to get more emails delivered, wants to get their message across, and you do a great job of helping our Keap family navigate email, and especially, as you called it out, staying in touch and even ahead a little bit of what's happening with the Apple changes. So great stuff. All right, Vix, tell us about your business and what you'll be speaking about.
Thanks, Clayt. I'm Vix Reitano, and I'm the founder and CEO of Agency 6B. We are a full-service advertising, marketing, and content creation agency, and we also have a content production studio that I just custom built in Jersey City. We automate. We build solutions that take from the moment your customer discovers you all the way through to when they become a customer with a very large lifetime value. I was a TV producer. I've done a lot of really cool stuff, went to the Oscars. I'll talk a little bit about that if you come to my session. And my session is all on proven methods for targeting, attracting, and capturing new leads. If you ask anyone, I'm the girl with the fix for social media. That's where Vix comes from. So I do so much more than that now, and I've always done more than that. So I'm really excited in this session to really talk about how you have this emotionally intelligent, full sensory experience with your audience. Some of the things that my agency is doing for Tommy Bahama Spirits, powered by Keap. Everything we do is powered by Keap. So I'm really excited to talk about some cool, sexy implementations that we've been doing, and also how we're making sure that your pixels are set up. And since I'm a techie, I'm going to show you that. Because I think a lot of people say, well, you just do this, right? So in my session, I'm going to take out my computer and I'm going to literally show you, and then I'm going to record a Loom video and send it to anybody who comes to the session.
Awesome. I love it, Vix. One of the things that you do so well is you put automation in place for your clients. You really break it down for them and teach them and help them understand what it is. I've seen that from your clients. I've heard you talk about it. I've watched you do it in practice, and it's one of the things I love about IKON is we get practitioners up there showing people what to do, how to do it, and really taking away any of that sense of, I don't know what to do. Am I wrong for asking this? I don't want to feel dumb or insecure. Like, all that stuff goes by the wayside at IKON. It's just people getting in there and learning, which is fantastic. So, all right, let's go to you, Paul. Tell us a little bit about your business and what you'll speak about at the breakout session at IKON.
Thanks for the intro, Clayt. Man, I'm excited about all these sessions. I hope that I don't have to go up against any of y'all at the same time. So I'm Paul Sokol, and I'm co-founder at BPro, and we were a high-end boutique agency that does automation and advertising. And we do that across the whole business. So not just on the marketing part or the sales part, we'll even help with automation and fulfillment, or within your operations, or even in your people or your financial layers of your business. So as we mentioned at the beginning of this, I've been doing this for quite some time. And so, yeah, I've built lots of stuff on Infusionsoft and now Keap. And I've developed the advertising skill over the past, half decade or so. And so I'm going to be talking about multi-channel campaigns. So not just sending out an email campaign, not just running Facebook ads in a vacuum. It's making sure that no matter where somebody's at in their customer journey, you're saying the same message, whether it's in an email or they're seeing on Google or something like that. And I'm definitely going to be handing out some kind of worksheets and examples, because if you've been to any of my talks in the past, you know that I love giving away free stuff. So I'm really excited to talk about this, because when you can have everything, when everything all says the same thing, it makes everything else more effective.
Yeah.
And it's really powerful.
I love it. Thanks, Paul. I'm really glad you're talking about that. This is fun for me because I don't see what all the sessions are beforehand. It's a little bit like a grab bag surprise thing for me when I see what everybody's talking about. But everything, what each one of you have talked about so far, I get so excited about because I talk to customers and I see entrepreneurs out there that aren't doing the things that you're talking about. And it makes such an impact when you begin putting automation in place the way each of you is describing. And Paul in particular, as many of you know this, I think that a lot of the magic of what Keap does is in that multi-channel approach. It doesn't just have to be email. You can combine so many different aspects to get your message across. And so I'm glad you're talking about multi-channel. One of the things I'll share is at IKON, we'll be talking quite a bit more about our text marketing capabilities that we created. And one of the most basic things that people are doing with our text marketing capabilities is simply sending a text message out as a broadcast to the same people who received an email and just saying, hey, just want to let you know, I just sent you an email, want to make sure you don't miss it. That little simple thing in a very personal way dramatically increases open rates and helps you to get your message across. And it's another example of how you reinforce your messages across different channels so that you can be heard and not get lost in the shuffle. And hopefully none of our customers will make the traditional mistake. I'm saying this a little tongue-in-cheek because we all make this mistake of feeling like, well, I already told them that. I already sent that message out. As if every message we ever send to every customer is just arriving in a perfect package. They're waiting with bated breath to receive that thing we said. And once we say it once, it's planted in their brain, never to be forgotten, right? Obviously, we need repetition. We need multiple channels. We need to be able to get our message out there consistently. And it'll be great to have you speak about that, Paul.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome. All right, Jason, tell us about your business and what you'll speak about.
Hi, my name is Jason Osterly. My business is Washmo Media, and I focus more on the technical side of Keap, including API development and integrations connecting Keap with other systems. But then most recently, I've been focusing on the dynamic content feature in Keap. I think it's one of the most underutilized or hidden gems of Keap in this moment. There's just so much that it can do. And people aren't quite aware of it. So my session is called Next Level Segmentation with Dynamic Content. And in that session, I'll be talking about how dynamic content works, how you can create it yourself, but then most importantly, showing demoing use cases that show how you can simplify campaigns using dynamic content, eliminating decision diamonds, streamlining your campaigns, but then also at the same time, segmenting your audience in ways that you've never been able to do before, just because it would be way too complicated or the tools weren't quite there to make it happen. So allowing you to send specific content that's highly customized, highly personalized for each contact that's receiving your emails. It's all doable with dynamic content, and I'm super excited about being able to share that with you. And apparently I have to give something away free in my session. So I'm going to come up with something, and it's going to be cool. So you're going to want to be there as a takeaway from my session.
I love it, Jason. One of the fun things that I get to observe every year at IKON is the way that the speakers have to compete with each other to get the audience and up their game and make it really compelling. And one of the not so fun things I hear every year is from attendees who say, I wasn't able to attend both of these sessions because they were at the same time. And so that's, unfortunately, that's part of it. But usually there's an opportunity for you to get a hold of the recordings so that you can, for a user or an attendee that wants to make sure they don't miss anything. But having said that, yes, I know you'll all be upping your game and making sure you're bringing the very best value to the attendees, and that's a great service to them. So thank you for what you do there. And let me just say to everybody, what Jason just described, if you're not using dynamic content, you're missing some of the most amazing power and capabilities of our sales and marketing automation platform. It's not all of the automation, of course, but it's kind of it's the next level stuff that enables you to automate parts of your business that you didn't really think were possible before, and to do it in ways because you have so much flexibility on the message and how you send it. So I know that the use cases will be really valuable. I'll be honest in telling you that capability that we delivered last year, I think is very underutilized and not very well understood. So I was very excited to hear that Jason, a longtime pro in our Keap family, is going to be sharing more about dynamic content. Looking forward to that. Okay, Lisa, let's go to you. Tell us a little bit about your business and what you'll be speaking about at IKON.
Well, hey, my business is the Business Catalyst, and we are all about the design and implementation of the ideal customer journey and looking at what that looks like at each of the different stages of the customer life cycle, including fulfillment. We all focus a lot on the sales and the marketing, and there is so much we can do in the fulfillment to save ourselves time in order that we can grow our sales and be really organized. So a lot of what Jason was talking about around the segmentation and the best practices. I'm feeling like we're all quite competitive as business owners, and I'm feeling like, right, okay, well, if you guys are giving something away for free, I'm now going to be like going, okay, how can I outdo everyone else by giving away loads of stuff for free, campaigns, standard operating procedures, the best practices in building out your campaigns, making sure that you know where people are in the customer life cycle and that everybody has a great experience, because it's not just about the customer experience, it's about your experience in the customer journey, that of the people that are working with you on your staff and any subcontractors as well. And also making sure that you're automating the reporting you need in order that you can turn up the dial as well. So we're going to be talking about having a seamless automation, closing the gaps where you're losing out on opportunities, delivering a superb customer experience, and ensuring that you're speaking with the right contact, with the right message at the right time, winning you more deals, more clients, and basically saving you as much time as possible so you can go and have fun.
I love it, Lisa. Thanks so much for what you'll bring. I know it's going to be a fabulous session, and the work that you do to automate people's businesses, I think is there's a reason why you won an award last year as one of our top partners, because automation is the name of the game. And once entrepreneurs get a taste of that, they realize, oh my gosh, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And you do a great job of opening up the world of automation for them. I know you'll have a fantastic session. Okay, let's go to Evan, and then we have one more member of the panel that I'll introduce here in just a second as Michelle has joined us. But let's go to you, Evan. Tell us about, I know you work with Adrian, but tell us about your business and specifically what you'll be speaking about at IKON.
Absolutely. So my business is fundamental marketing, and I help you not to be noise and to be heard. Noise is the spam filter. Being heard is the inbox. And, to go with Adrian, we're here to empower you, one, to let you know that you do have control over where your emails land. It's not all Keap, it's you. And my free giveaway is really sharing the secrets of how I 10x'd someone's revenue simply by improving their deliverability. And yes, I said 10x their revenue simply by improving deliverability. Yep. No levers, no special tricks, nothing crazy. So we're going to empower you guys with the fundamentals to run a successful program.
Fantastic. I know that deliverability it's an opportunity to improve revenue, to improve growth that a lot of people will overlook and think, oh, it's too technical, too hard for me, or Keap, you should take care of that for me. And by the way, we work really hard to improve your deliverability. So this isn't us saying that we don't take that responsibility as well. But we need to all work on it together to help you get the best deliverability possible to grow your business. And Evan will be sharing with you there. So thanks, Evan, for bringing your expertise over more than a decade. It'll be fantastic to have that. And especially at such a time where so many things are changing in the industry, particularly around what Apple's doing. So, okay, our last panel member is Michelle. I met Michelle Bell in person, or at least in a Clubhouse session that we had just recently. I've known of Michelle for a long time, but we had never actually talked, and we had a blast talking about automation and in a Clubhouse room, and it was a ton of fun. I got a sense for her energy and her passion for empowering entrepreneurs, and I'm very excited that she's going to be speaking at IKON. So, Michelle, thank you for joining us. Tell us just a bit about your business. Maybe take 1 minute and tell us about your business and what you're speaking on at IKON.
You're so funny. You want me to do it in 1 minute? Cool. So my name is Michelle. I own Virtual Workwife. We're a process and workflow automation agency primarily. So we really like to concentrate on how you get rid of the tedious crap and just be able to function with customers and clients. Yeah, that kind of stuff happens all the time. My pets have their own YouTube channel. It's like, that's a whole scene. Anyway, yeah, so we really like to get rid of all the minutia. Like, your whole business can be automated. It isn't just your marketing. And Keap is not just for marketing. And a lot of people forget that step. They forget that we can automate just, whatever you can think of, we can do it. The answer is always yes. This is what I always say. The answer is always yes. So that's what we're going to talk about in our presentation. It's going to be, better segmenting, better conversions, not just making tags for the sake of making tags, because that's not helpful to anyone, but actually doing things that progress your business. And as far as the free gifting, which seems to be a thing that I just found out about, my free gifting, if it works out well, will include free giftings from all these other people, which would make my free gifting the best free gifting. So we're doing that. So don't miss out.
Nicely played. All right. Well, it'll be great to have you leading that session. Look forward to what you share with all of our attendees. And hopefully, as the panel has shared with all of you what they'll be talking about and what their business is, I hope you get a sense for just how amazing this expertise is that we're bringing to you. You get an opportunity to learn from these entrepreneurs who are practitioners themselves in their own business, and then that also do it with clients and have years and years and years of experience in putting automation into place. And as you know, automation is Keap. That's what we do, is automation for entrepreneurs, specifically sales and marketing automation for entrepreneurs. But a lot of times, I see people using Keap and they're using a part of it. And I hear people sometimes say, oh, I'm only using 10% or 20%. What I'd like you to do is reorient that thinking. A long time ago, one of our partners, Brad Martineau, shared this with me. He said, the question isn't how much of the software are you using. The question is, how much of your business are you automating? And when you come to IKON, you're going to see ways you can automate your business. So if time is valuable to you, if getting more done is valuable to you, especially if you can do more of that getting stuff done in your sales and marketing so your sales grow, if that's more valuable to you, you want to be at IKON. And I guess the thing I want you to know is the people that you associate with will be the best part of the entire thing. Yes, we're going to come as Keap and we're going to bring it. We're going to bring to you, we've got product introductions that we're going to make. We've got product announcements. You're going to get access, in some cases, early release to some things. You're going to see what we're bringing in terms of product because we've been working at it for many months now, and we're going to bring to you very exciting product upgrades and feature releases at IKON. You'll be excited about that. Whether you're using Lite Pro Max or Max Classic, you're going to be excited about what we bring from a product standpoint. So we will bring that, but we will also bring this expertise and a Keap family of entrepreneurs that are excited about empowering you, that literally live and share our purpose, which is we liberate and empower entrepreneurs to strengthen families, communities, and economies. That's what we do. That's what Keap is all about. And this panel is practitioners of that purpose, and they'll bring it to you at IKON, as well as all the others that we have speaking at IKON. Okay, so let's get real here for a second. Let's go unscripted here now. Let's just talk openly about what is it that you like about IKON? What is it that caused you to go to IKON in the first place? Like, I'd love to hear a little bit of that. I'm sure some of you, the first time we were putting on this conference, you're like, what? Why am I going to get on a plane and go out to Phoenix, and be at this conference with a bunch of people to talk about software? Really? I mean, I've heard this story literally hundreds, if not thousands of times from people. So does anybody have a first IKON experience where they weren't so sure they wanted to do that? Jamie, you raised your hand. Anything you want to share?
Well, I wasn't sure I wanted to do it. Somebody wanted to introduce me I literally came to IKON to meet someone.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know about the software so much. I was trying to figure it all out. It was before I became a partner. And I was just blown away by the knowledge, by the people who, you know, so many times in business, we feel, and I'm competitive. we all are on here, right? Lisa and I go at it. We do all kinds of fun stuff. So I've always been very competitive. And so when I came to an environment where people are like, hey, yeah, sit down, let me show you how to do that. I'm like, you're not going to charge me for this? You're not going to bill me? What do you know, it's a different world. It was a universe where everybody cared. You know, they say if you surround yourself, you are the people you surround yourself with. And when you surround yourself with people at Keap, you are elevated. You rise up to the top and you start to have things like 10xing your business. I 12x'd my business the first year I used Keap because I was able to put stuff in place. And that's why I became a partner, because I was able to do that for myself. I knew I could do it for others. And IKON, we have not missed one since that time. And now my husband comes with me.
That's
so
awesome.
The first year he was like, yeah, no, I have no interest in going to a software convention. What are you talking about?
Yes, awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Jamie. So you came to be introduced to somebody, and you've come every time since. And by the way, while anybody else is thinking about their first IKON story and maybe attending reluctantly or not sure if they should make that investment or whatever, I think one thing I want to say is I'm stoked because this is the first time that it's Keap. And you know, you think about we discontinued IKON for a period of time, and then we changed the name of the company from Infusionsoft to Keap, and now we've been building up this brand of Keap that's all about, you know, I think everybody knows Keap stands for the grit of entrepreneurs, to keep going, keep serving, keep growing. That's the whole point. And we've been building up this brand, and I'm really excited for all of the Keap family to come together and be able to participate in this conference together and grow. And I know some people will attend virtually, but dang, I'm excited about seeing people in person and giving some serious high fives and hugs. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm excited about that. Anybody else have something they want to share about their first? Oh, wow. Okay. Then maybe I'll just go. Let's see. Adrian, I saw you raised your hand.
Okay, so my first IKON, back then it was still InfusionCon, it was 2012. I got Jeff Mask to blame for dragging me over the pond to Arizona, doing my certification, which just happened to be the week before the conference. So it was obviously a no-brainer to stick around. And the thing that absolutely knocked me down was just the friendship, there's the openness of everyone to share and to help one another. And it's, now we talk about the Keap family, but it was alive back then 9 and a bit years ago. It was just this, I've always had this amazing feeling of family. When I get off the plane at Sky Harbor, I always feel like I'm coming home, and I have missed it. I am so looking forward to being back there, being part of that family, reconnecting with the people that I've got to know and love over the years, and obviously connecting with new people as well. I'm just can't wait, because it just, there is nothing else like it. I have been to no other business event where I've felt the same passion, the same energy, the same love as as a Keap event. So I just cannot wait for that.
I love it, Adrian. We look forward to welcoming you home. It's going to be a lot of fun. Vix, I saw you raise your hand as well.
I was actually just scratching my neck. I haven't been, so I'm really excited to be there.
Oh, yes!
Really excited. I was itchy.
Okay, awesome. So I'm excited for you to have your first IKON experience. Let's see, Paul, I think I saw you raise your hand.
So my first IKON experience would have been IKON 10. So whatever year 2010 was, we packed 4 guys in a Jaguar and drove from Orlando, Florida to Scottsdale. And we took turns on tanks of gas, and in true entrepreneur spirit, because it was like in the middle of the day, I remember we had our wireless hotspot, which was like a big deal in like 2010, right? Driving across, like I-10, and I had to do an hour-long customer support call. And like, I'm sitting in the back with like my little laptop, and we had like the power inverter plugging it in, and everyone else in the car had to be dead silent, because like nobody could know that we're like driving in a car to IKON. And it was so worth it when we got there, because we learned, like you were quoting Brad earlier, of like, what are you not automating in your business? We learned that we were leveraging, we were power users of the system, and we were leveraging a lot of the bells and whistles that were there. And we even learned a couple of new things like task outcomes, which actually are back now.
Yes.
After like a decade.
Yes.
They hit the campaign builder. Man, that's exciting.
Yes.
And I just remember how cool it was that Scott Martineau, the co-founder of this company, who doesn't know us from anybody, he sat and chatted with me and Will for like at least a couple of hours, just kind of chatting about the software and how we're using it and whatnot, because we were doing the video email at the time. I don't know if you remember Jive Systems doing the Double Your Sales Club. We were we were in that crew.
Yes.
Yeah. So like I think I still have that shirt, by the way, the Double Your Sales Club. So like and then when I joined, because I worked at Keap for a couple of years from like 2011 to 2016, I've attended every single one since then, because it's amazing. I mean, the word family's been showing up, but like I look at this wall of people and like I love every one of these people in here. If one of these people were like, hey, I'm in town, like I need a place to crash for the night, I'd be like, I've got a couch, like this is a party, like let's go have fun. Like, so
I love it.
IKON's where it's at.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Paul. Very cool. Michelle, I saw you raise your hand.
Oh, you did. So I think pretty much everybody should probably notice that a prerequisite to be in this group is that you are totally competitive, right? Everybody has said that. It's absolutely true. I've been here the longest. I think my first IKON was 2008, possibly 7, 8. Seth Godin was a speaker.
Yep.
So that was one of those things where like I got introduced to people that I didn't know I would be following for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what happened. And that's what happens to you when you come to an event like this, is that you get exposed to all the people that you want to know. All these people that you didn't even know you want to know or that you need to be following, they're here. And they're going to talk to you and they're going to share experiences with you and you're going to share with them. And it is amazing. And like you need to be here.
I love it. Michelle, thanks for sharing that. One of the things I've heard over and over and over, and then I'll get to you, Jason, and I think I saw Lisa raise her hand as well. I hear over and over and over people after they attend IKON say, I found a solution to something I've been working on forever. Or I hear them say, I found a solution to a problem I didn't even realize I had, and it was going to become a really big problem for me. And both of those things are such impactful situations for an entrepreneur that's trying to grow her business, trying to make the team work, whatever it is. It's like when you find those solutions, it can make your year in terms of the performance of the business. And I see that happen over and over. And that's one of the things I'm just so proud of with the Keap family, is the way that all of those resources and experts and caring entrepreneurs come together to help other entrepreneurs. And I think you've all touched on that really well. And Michelle, I definitely think that an important part of that is the inspirational speakers that we bring as well. It's not just the how-tos, that's super important. But as you all know, there's a healthy dose of inspiration, because let's face it, sometimes you come to that event and your tongue's dragging, it's been a year, it's been a really tough whatever, fill in the blank, and you need someone who gets you. You need someone who understands where you're coming from as an entrepreneur, because you feel lonely, you feel beaten down, you feel frustrated. And so we always make sure that we bring a healthy dose of inspiration. And sometimes that comes from the well-known speakers like the Seth Godins that we bring. Sometimes it comes from someone who is in your same boat six months ahead and just made it through what you're going through right now. So I love that you brought that out, Michelle. Thanks for sharing that. Jason, let's go to you and then to Lisa.
Sure. One quick thing. I'll say I learned in my first year, and it's repeated in subsequent conferences that I've gone to, is I leave my room, my hotel room pretty early, well before the conference starts, knowing that there's going to be, who knows, sitting around the table before the first session that I can talk to. It doesn't necessarily matter that it's someone I know, but it's someone that I'm going to learn something from. They're going to share what their successes are, what their challenges are, and we can learn from that. And then on the other end, go to the sessions, stand in the hall and chat with people there. But I know after the last session is over each day, I'm not going to go back to my room for quite a while, because there's still going to be opportunity for networking at in the conference rooms, at a restaurant, in the hotel lobby, whatever it is, just continuing to learn. So obviously the agenda has a lot of awesome sessions in there, but the opportunity to network with all those people and create friendships that continue on. I'm really looking forward to getting back and being in person to see some of those people that I've been keeping in touch with on Facebook or just in text message.
Yes.
But it's been a pretty. I'm really excited to be back and be able to meet up with those people. That's a big takeaway for me.
Totally. Thanks for sharing that, Jason. I think that, you know, you touched on the generosity of this Keap family, which is, to me, it's amazing. It's the thing that strikes me every time a group of keepers get together. You see them giving, sharing, helping in just a super authentic way. And it's funny because I've had the experience many, many times from people who come into the community, kind of like what Jamie said, where they're like, wait, you're not going to charge me for this? I've also seen it where the expert comes in, someone that comes in to teach, and I see where at first they're kind of hesitant because they're like, it feels like I should be charging for this, but then they just lean into it, they start giving, and they realize how amazing that experience is on the other side to solve that problem for somebody. And it just creates a relationship that is so worth it. It's, you know, it wasn't even worth the, you know, the $100 an hour that they would have made for that, or whatever, you know, whatever the thing is that they're thinking about. And I love that generosity, and you're calling that out because when you show up at a table, you know there's going to be somebody there that's got something to give, and you're also going to be in a place where you want to give. So thanks for sharing that. And then the other thing is, yeah, can we just get a hallelujah to be able to be together with each other and be able to like shake hands, hug, give high fives, you name it. I am so excited that we'll have many people who will be ready for a post-COVID experience together and in person. And I also honor the fact that there's some who don't feel ready for that or can't make it and will be able to attend virtually. That will be great. We'll talk about that in just a second because there's a couple things I know that I want to make sure we cover on the virtual aspect. But I want to get to you, Lisa, because you had your hand up. So tell me about your experience.
Yeah, I came over with, there was a group of us from the UK that came over, and it was about, I think it was 2014, might have been 2015, I can't remember. So certainly not as way back as you, Michelle, who was definitely the OG of that. But for me, it was, you know, for me, the Keap community, the business that I've had, in just the last year, we've 8x'd our business in the last year as a result of Keap, the support of the Keap community.
Awesome,
and
congrats.
For me, I first discovered the Keap community, and back then it was more just kind of Facebook. The amount of abundant support, and it was like, I'm in the right room. Like Adrian was saying, it's like, I feel like I've come home. I'm around people of like mind. There's people that get me. There's people that are facing the same challenges as me. I'm one post away from having pretty much any business problems solved in any area of my business, because everybody's just willing to share abundantly every resource and every page that they've ever visited. And when I got off the plane and I was in the conference center, it was like being in the room with those people that I had been online with. Like Adrian said, all of a sudden it's like I felt like I belonged. They say that, you know, if you need to get in a better room, you need to surround yourself with people. And we talk a lot about the brain trust and the hive mind and all of these things. And to be around that collective genius, it's just electric. It's that the inspiration that you come away with, let alone the content that is going on in breakout rooms and on the stage and the value that's everywhere. Sometimes it's just like, oh, I don't know where to start. And then you've got to have a whole nother conversation about what's right for your business now. And then there's people there to have that conversation with too. So it's the whole package, and the networking and the people and the knowledge is off the scale for me. I
love it. Thanks, Lisa, for sharing that. You know, I see that experience play out over and over and over. And one of the things that I love so much is then seeing people come back the next year and the next year and talk about what's happened in their business as they've put sales and marketing automation in place. And A lot of times those are things that they've picked up while they were at the prior IKON. Sometimes it's something they picked up along the way in the year. But I'll tell you just a couple things I love about IKON, and then I'm going to ask you to share, what would you say to the entrepreneur, the team member of an entrepreneur that's watching this and saying, and by the way, we consider those team members entrepreneurs as well, because you can't be in an entrepreneurial small business and have it not affect you, right? So, but I do want you to address, what would you say to somebody that's on the fence or maybe doesn't think it's really worth coming? We've covered some of it here, but I would like to hear that perspective. While you're thinking about that, what I will say is I absolutely love seeing the way that entrepreneurs discover and have the light bulbs go on when they're at IKON. I see this all the time. Sometimes it's about a feature that they realized, oh, I didn't realize I could do that. Other times it's about a business principle that someone's talking about or the solution. But just watching people literally light up as they get their ideas and get their inspiration and get their understanding of what's possible, to me that never gets old. And I've said many times that IKON's my favorite part of the entire year. In a lot of ways, it's sort of like the harvest for us at Keap. If you're familiar with the law of the harvest, you plant seeds, you work hard, you work the ground, you do all this stuff to prepare, and then you get an opportunity to have that all come together in a harvest. And it's so fun to be able to do that. And the harvest is not so much a money-making harvest. I think you all know that for us, if we can have a break-even event at IKON, that's fantastic. For us, it's really about bringing everybody together and seeing the way people are growing, the way that companies are growing, the way that entrepreneurs and their teams are lit up with new ideas and opportunities that they see, the connections that they make. So, and we will definitely have, as you all know, I probably got to touch on this because the social aspect of it is so fun. The special events, the award celebrations that we do, the food, the dancing, the connecting with other entrepreneurs, all of the stuff that we get to do. And of course, with my executive team where we get to go and be a part of that, and all of our employees and keepers who get to participate in the event in some way is a ton of fun for us. But share with me just here as we wrap it up in these last few minutes. I want to get to anybody that has something they want to share, but if you can just sort of succinctly share, why should somebody make sure that they attend IKON if they're on the fence? Tina, let's start with you.
Oh, well, first I want to say that I've only been to IKON last year, which was virtual. So I now get to experience the in-person version. Virtual was fun, and it was really, really good. It was the best virtual event I went to last year. So that was saying something. But I think that I'm the perfect person to tell someone why you should go, simply because I was a user of Infusionsoft for over 10 years before I started participating in anything. So I was in my own little world, using the software, doing all the things, but I was doing it alone. And I can tell you that since I became a partner in November 2019, I haven't done it alone since then. And that is probably, and Michelle caught me because I'm sitting here with the baby in my hands. And she caught it. She was like, oh, but like, even while I'm doing things like this, I have such a supportive community that was built while I was at IKON. So if you are doing this alone, stop, come, find the community that's ready to serve you.
I love it.
And as a business owner, it can get lonely, and you don't have to be. So I just wanted to say that.
Love it. Spot on.
I'm seeing this much of a baby head, and I texted her. I'm like, if you don't put the full baby cheeks up there.
I love it. Well done. All right, Vix, why should someone come if they're on the fence?
Yeah, it's my first IKON too. I attended virtually last year, And since I have been a Keap partner in 2020, I've grown my business 843%.
Wow.
2020, that's how much we grew it. And we were doing well. So it's incredible. I am grateful for the community. And you guys helped me get to the next level. And I don't feel like I'm stupid. I've never had a mentor my entire career. I've worked in some of the most incredible places, never had a mentor. And now I feel like I have a group of people where I could ask questions and not feel like it makes me less than. So I'm grateful.
I love it. Thanks for sharing.
My entire team is a Vic Sertano groupie, by the way. We all fight about who's going to marry Vic all the time.
I love it.
What are the freebies included with that? Let's talk about that offline.
That's great. Let's see. I think I said Jamie, you had your hand up. Yeah, and then Jason.
So two things. I remembered something from the first IKON I had to point out. We always talk about the people and its customers, its employees, its partners, it's everybody. But the company did things that were touches. The first year I was there, it was I think it was the convention center. Mm-hmm. And I was staying at one of the H hotels, Hyatt, Hilton, whatever it was. And as I walked out the door of my hotel, there were these stickers on the ground that pointed me in the right direction so that I would get to the convention center without getting lost in the city of Phoenix. And I was so blown away by just that caring touch that they cared that I got there at the right time. So if you are somebody that is on the fence, first of all, airline rates are the cheapest I've ever seen them. That first hotel at that Hyatt, I went with somebody else and shared a room. Had never shared a room with anybody before. Had never, just kind of partially knew this person. Ended up becoming best friends and sharing all kinds of business ideas with that person. So cost is not a concern. You can't afford not to go. The difference in what you're going to get is just 864%. Is that what it was, Nick's, of what you have today?
I love it. I love it. Thanks so much for sharing that. And our number one value is we genuinely care. And I'm glad it came through for you there and love seeing that happen. Michelle, Jason, and then I think, let's go to you, Michelle.
So when you ask the question, the first thing I thought of is a lot of people question themselves. You're entrepreneurs. I mean, that's kind of what we do, right? We question ourselves. Am I doing the right thing? I know I do, and I've been doing this for, since Jesus was this high. So question yourself. It's normal. The best thing you can do is surround yourself with people who are going to pull you out of that questioning mode or validate what you're thinking, because you probably do have great ideas, but all of us need somebody to say, you know what? That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Go with that. Here's what you could do to expand that idea, or just, we're here to help you if you need help with that great idea. But don't hide. Don't sit in your room and question whether or not you're doing it right or doing it well or have the right idea, when you can surround yourself with people who will help you get out of that mode.
Awesome. So well said, Michelle. Thanks for sharing that, and that support that you get from other entrepreneurs and their team members. It's amazing. Jason, I think you had your hand up.
Sure. Yeah. I'll just say, I think anyone who's struggling with a challenge in their business, if you just write down those couple challenges you have and bring them on a slip of paper to the conference, you're going to run into someone who has a solution for you, who's been there or has seen a similar situation and knows the path. So write down those couple challenges, bring them with you, and you'll run into someone who can help you or who can introduce you to someone who knows how to get you over that hurdle.
That's right. You're exactly right. Lisa.
Sorry, hi. So I would say you don't know what you don't know, and to take time out of your business to be able to get some objectivity, to be able to reflect, get inspired, and get new ideas. You maybe don't think you have a problem. You don't know you have a problem. You might be lacking some mojo, but I can tell you 100% getting out of your everyday environment and getting into a room of people that are going to inspire you around the information and around people of like mind, you're going to get inspired about your business. And we're all so busy being busy in our business, to take time out, to take time away to get that space it can do nothing but accelerate you and inspire you to take your business further faster.
I love it. Well said. Did anybody who didn't get a chance to say something have something they want to say? Paul, I think you got your hand up.
Yeah, I wanted to address the difference between showing up in person and virtually, because not everybody can. The Keap events team has been killing it as far as putting on really good virtual events. And one of the latest things they did to the platform is you can actually chat with people just like it was at a real conference. So like, if I'm in the lobby, right, and I see that, you know, Adrian is in the lobby, I can chat with him just like a real thing. So if you're all about the networking piece, but you're not able to show up for some reason, at least do it virtually, because you're gonna still get that value. You're gonna get a lot of those connections. They did it for the PartnerCon for us partners, and that was one of the most fun virtual conferences I've ever been to, because you could just flag people down in the halls and say what's up.
Totally. Wasn't it that I loved PartnerCon for that reason. It was so cool that people were able to connect. And I think you said it perfectly. Of course, we would love people to attend in person. I know that you'll have a better experience. It'll be an amazing experience to be in person. But I understand that some people can't or aren't ready or able to join in person. And so we've created a really great experience for you to attend virtually. I just want to say thank you to all of you all of our panel members for taking an hour here and just sharing a little glimpse of the expertise as well as your perspectives. You know, I can stand up here as a CEO and say, this is the greatest event ever, and you're going to love it, and everybody loves you. We want you so bad to. But I'm telling you that what they've described is as real and authentic as it gets. And if you haven't attended IKON, it's impossible to fully understand it without attending. If you have attended, remember that. Was that not amazing? And we're doing it again. Don't miss it. So there is I want to make sure that I want to make sure you get in on the early bird discount. The tickets for IKON with the early bird discount are available until August 1st. So we've just got a couple weeks here. I want to make sure that you get the best deal possible. If you miss by August 1st, you could still sign up, obviously, but the price goes up a little bit. And so, you know, what well-respecting entrepreneur doesn't want to save a little bit of money? We want you to be there, want you to register before August 1st. And I can't tell you how excited I am about this event and how much I look forward to being with all of you. And anybody who's watched this and said, oh, well, yeah, this group of people, you know, they're the Keap family. No, all of us are the Keap family. All of our employees, our partners, our customers. And that this little subset of the Keap family is representative of what this community is. It is amazing. It continues to astound me every time we get together for an event. And I'm just so excited that we get to be together in person in Scottsdale, Arizona for IKON beginning in November. It's going to be fantastic. You don't want to miss it. So if you need to go bend your boss's ear to get them to get you to attend, I promise you it'll be worth it. You will come back the hero and the champ in your company because you're going to learn a bunch of stuff that you put in place. If you are the entrepreneur and you've got a partner or a spouse or somebody that's saying, hey, I'm not sure we should do that, A, invite them to come with you, or B, get their permission and say, it will be worth it. You'll be glad I did it, because it will be fantastic. I promise you at Keap, we will bring it. We will deliver for you, and our amazing speakers and attendees will perhaps be the greatest value that you get as you come together and be part of IKON. So, Keap family, let's do this. We want to come together at IKON. All of our panelists, let's give a shout out to all of them. Thank you for what you bring in your expertise and for your time today. Looking forward to IKON 2021. Don't miss it. Until then, keep going, keep serving, keep growing. Thanks, everybody.